Hello everyone. Welcome to my first video on Prison Architect. This should be interesting. This game's just about, building a prison, yada yada, Prison Architect. I have done some things in the game. Failed at making a prison many times, but I think I know what I must now do. So we are going 500k. We're just gonna figure things out. Because I don't want to start by, Warren mode, permadeath, cheating with unlimited, but I also don't want to cheat with unlimited funds. I don't need temperature, staff needs. I don't want to worry about any of this stuff. So right now, we'll just do all this stuff. Yeah. We'll just go and get started. So, first thing we want to do, pause the game. And I read the CEO's letter. Dear Sir and Madam, or Madam, congratulations on completing your basic induction. You are now a fully qualified prison architect. Soon you'll be designing, building, and running your own prisons, starting from nothing but an empty plot of land and a few stacks of bricks. Before you get started, I thought I might share some important lessons with you. Every prison needs a warden. He should be one of your first hires. Build him a nice office and he'll open up a whole range of advanced facilities. Why is that blocking the way? Via the bureaucracy system. Individual jail cells are expensive, especially started early on when funds are very tight. Save money by starting with a single large holding cell, which can be shared between many prisoners at once. Get your kitchen and canteen up and running before your first prisoners show up, and be sure to hire some cooks. Nothing irritates a prisoner more than an empty stomach. Building a prison is an expensive undertaking, which is why we have the money, and you need to become a master of raising large volumes of money through grants and contracts. You can access these grants through the reports screens. That's about everything. Good luck. The CEO, Prison Architects Court, close. We just read it. Close. Delete. Alright. Now wants us to accept our first grant. And I believe we can accept 2 at a time. So we can get the basic detention center grant and the administration center. We can work on these later. So what these will do will basically be it's basically kind of like a guide to what to build and what time. Now, of course, we accept our first grant, but prisoner intake. We get 8 prisoners in about a day. We do not want this because our workers aren't even off the supply truck yet. So we should close it for now and focus on making the grants meet. And our goal is basically not to make this negative, because that would be bad. So now we can sort of have it think. So these guys will be let off at the deliveries area. We're gonna be planning. So first of all, we need a holding cell. Alright, so we're gonna want I wonder where prisoners are let off. Probably somewhere here. So we're gonna want 14 by 14, which is a 12 by 12 area on the inside. Which 12 right here. 6 by 7. 6 by 6. Don't do that. Alright, so this is going to be essentially our starting area. I'm trying to, so right now, we can, how do I want to do this actually? Because they're going to enter through here, but if we just have doors, they could just run out and leave. Well, we need to build a holding cell. So if we go to rooms, we'll have a holding cell right here. 5 by 5 area. It seems a little small. Especially if we're gonna have like 8 prisoners. So let's make it like 8 by 8, which will be, yeah, a big majority of the prison. So right about here will be the cell. So if we want an 8 by 8, we're gonna have to plan around that. So 8, which means is that an 8 by 8? That's an 8 by 8. This is the holding cell. I kind of want to expand it further, so let's just like, I don't know. We got this big. Yeah, the yay big will work. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, 8 by 8. There we go. This will be the holding cell. So I'll have like 3, 4. I'll have like a single, what would it be? Jail door right here. Yeah, this is the first idea. So this will be the holding cell. What does the holding cell for absolutely require? We can't go without. 5 area, enclosed, yep. Indoors, yep. Toilet. So, and we just need toilets and benches. So, if we go to objects, holding cell. We have toilet, we have benches, and I guess we have shower heads. I don't really see the point too much. But we can see that it's about 4 blocks wide. So kind of like 4. We can put the benches. We can put a toilet here. And yeah, that's the holding cell for now. We can also do. We can put 4 benches and 2 toilets. So these are the toilets. These are the benches. Yeah, I think it'll work out like that. That's a holding cell. What would be up here? We can make like, we can extend this upwards and make it the utility room. Yeah. So utilities, like the power generator and the water pump, those are 3 by 3. So we need enough room. Let's just say like that. We're gonna want to extend this upwards. We're gonna want enough room. And yeah, this will be essentially here, let's go ahead like this will be the utilities room. Enough for capacitors and enough for expansion upwards. So I'm thinking upward expansion up here. We'll have kind of like a set of power generator, water pump, water pump, power generator, water pump, power generator. Just kind of like go in a pattern upwards. So we need just kind of like a staff door here, so that way only staff members can get in and we don't have like prisoners breaking through, going here, setting fire to the entire prison, and like, I don't know, sacrificing themselves for everyone else to be out of prison. Because, you know, if there's no prison, they'll just leave. But that's not good. Where's 4 by 4? So we need to get rid of these 2. Right, so that'll be 2 or 3 by 3. Yeah, that works. And then we'll just have a normal katana store. Next, so we have a holding cell set up. We have a utility room. We can, I don't know, make this area a reception. What does a reception require? So an office desk, we can put one here. a normal, cheap office desk. A table. How big is a table? So, ooh, not just a normal table. So it's a 4 long. Alright. We can have like, no. This is not gonna be even. At all. So we can't put one up there. We do like sets of tables. Like that. What else does it require? Table, a chair. Like, I don't know. Is there just a chair? Why though? Okay, how do we want to do this? Because we already have a chair here. That's for like office stuff, but what if we want 2 chairs on each table? That could work. I feel like there's just something missing here. That can be planned later. It's not required. We got the reception area room done. Alright. So next up, we need a shower. So let's... I kind of want to go ahead and put like a door here. But in reality, we kind of don't need it. Let's go ahead and put a yard. No. If we put a yard here, if we'll have to move it later because it'll be too close to the entrance. So let's not put a yard here. Let's just put a normal hallway. We can like designate it, I don't know, empty room. 3 by 3. Yep. No. There. Now we can like make this a shower area. That is not even. 4 by 5, so we do have to get rid of that one. Or I do wanna. There, this will be a shower area. So all showers really need curtains, but people do need privacy, but we can't afford privacy, so we'll just like shower head. Shoot, shower head. And they'll have like a drain thing here. Kinda like, we can, how much are drains? $20? Yeah, we can like kinda. We can like. Yeah, so there'll be shower heads. There'll be a drain. Yeah, that's the shower basically. A lot of drains. We don't want prisoners accident. Nah, I think it looks bad. I had a second thought, and it's just like, yeah, no, this looks dumb. Hold on, is that right? Uh-oh, what did I do? This doesn't look bad. Yeah, so we'll have drains, shower heads, yada yada. And I guess down here we can go and put the kitchen and canteen. Yard will be over here. Alright, so kitchen will be, no, canteen will be down here. You don't need to be that big, just about yay big. Here, that we want the canteen to be big, and then kitchen we can like it doesn't need to be as big. Like a staff door, kind of just like here. We have normal doors set up. No, we'll have just normal door. We don't need like. We only need jail doors to hold people in their cells. Yeah, this will be the kitchen. This will be the canteen. Again, I'm pretty sure the canteen you only need serving table, a table, and a bench. So yeah, serving tables are about yay big. They're 4 long. Can we? Four. Interesting idea here. Nah, it just looks off. Without like some sort of overhang here, and we can't do that. One, two. Alright. This will be the serving tables. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, benches and tables are the same length. These should be able to see. That's 16 right there. That's 20. That's 24 people. That's 28, 30, 32 people. We'll have 32 people be able to be seated in this kitchen. I mean, canteen. Yeah. That'll work. Alright. And then. What would be? Kitchen? We'll have. Alright. Sink. That's 3 long. Why is it like that? Alright, so that's 3 long, so we'll have it kind of like up against this wall here. This will only be 2 cooks, so we're fine there. I fail to see why 2 cooks won't need more than just 1, 2. Here, I'll give them each 2 to work with. That way we just fill up space. Fridge, you're right, that's right. Here. That's kind of annoying. So yeah, we do have to like... Let's place 2 here. That's smart. And these 2 spots will essentially be... What was it? The bins, yeah. Those will be the bins. We have 1 sink. And yeah, I think, oh yeah, yard. We need the yard. And we can, here. If we have bins in the kitchen, we need bins in the canteen as well. 2 bins. There, and yeah. Last but not least, we need a yard. So, what we'll do here is just kind of like... Yard. Done. Yard. Actually. Yard. 5 by 5. One be 6 by 6. So that's 6 5, 6. Let's expand this a little bit. Yard. Now we have something simple here. Let's go to objects and look at what we can place in the yard. A weight bench, just one spot will be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the weights. Yard. Got like bleachers set up. How much is that? That's huge. I can't figure out what that could be. That's for common room. Common room again. Let's give him some punching bags and training dummies. So like 1, yeah. Yeah, we'll have punching bags and training dummies. Actually, I do want to, like... There we go. Yard. How much is a treadmill? It needs to be electric, and it's expensively powered. So, we'll just leave it. Yeah, I think we got somewhat of a working idea. This will be an empty room, by the way. We don't really have anything for this. There's no point to it. Yeah, we just need to build it. Let's get started. Foundations. What's the foundation? Here, this is where we can do testing. We can just kind of wall. We got a lot of concrete and brick that we don't really need. Let's speed it up. No, not just other stuff. Let's speed up the building process because this might take a little bit. Yeah, let's just speed this up. Then we're gonna need the doors. So I'm gonna go ahead and order a normal door, staff door, jail door, normal door, just a normal door and a staff door. I'm also thinking that down here will be the administration center. That needs entrance. Well, yep. We have white walls, decent floors, and yeah, we can go ahead and get started. But first of all, this. Let's go start on this stuff. This will be the utility room, if I remember correctly. And I'm not going to be afraid to like put a capacitor down if I need to. Yeah, see, these need light, and we don't have light. This one block needs to be placed. Are you kidding me? That's so annoying. Ooh, why'd that wall go? That's not right. That's not correctly placed. Oh wait, no, it is. It is. It is. And then also utilities, power station up here. water pump right here. Every light's basically powered naturally. And yeah, that's that. Foundations, more white wall. And if I remember correctly, this is the, yeah, this is the, yeah, this is the holding cell. You'll get all the foundations out first, then, like, I don't know, have fun placing objects. Yeah, we're probably gonna need, if just lights does this to the power station, we're definitely gonna need an upgrade. Perfect. That's perfect. Why is that like that, though? I didn't place a bench like that. That's fine. Just gonna have normal white wall here. We can just let's just go ahead and order all of it. Place all that. Yeah, quite a bit's gonna come along. A lot of concrete. Weirdly enough, yeah, a lot of concrete, weirdly enough. That is weird. We're going to probably put the doors in here and the walls. Yeah. What the heck is happening here? Wait, I don't want two walls here. Yeah, okay, got it. It built itself. It built itself. I hope it actually places walls here and not just nothing. I hope it actually does the walls, because I do need walls right on there. It would be quite annoying if there weren't any. It did not place walls. I need just white walls, that's all. White walls do seem to be the more expensive option, which is why I'm not, doing too much at once. I don't get what this is. I'm afraid I just don't quite understand it. So we're gonna have to demolish these walls. Those. But that. I wonder if I could have just dismantled the walls instead, but too late now. Door. And yeah, all the doors have been placed. All lights. We need fences now. Fence. It doesn't really matter if it's dirt or grass, does it? I'll just do it with grass because it will eventually look nicer once I place actual grass there. I just wish it was daytime. Alright. Everything's looking in order. First things first are the utilities. We need the power stuff. We'll do that, and then we'll kind of like go down in the middle here. Go through here, go down here, up through here, up to here, and down to here. That should power every light. And yeah, it's overloaded. So what we need are capacitors. Place one right about here. Switch on. Okay, it's still struggling a bit, so I am gonna add another capacitor. Could add a double capacitor. I'm just afraid it's not gonna like that. So I will add 2 more capacitors. Alright, that should be enough to power the prison once everything's placed. Alright, we have all foundations, we have everything set up basically. Right here, let's do reception, office desk, chair, table, 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 chair, chair, chair. Alright, that's reception done. It's gonna start moving fast now. Kitchen. I believe it was fridge over here. Yeah, let's do cookers, because I know all these are cookers. All those are cookers. We have 1 sink over here. We have the bins. Which way is it open? I believe it opens this way. Then we have 2 fridges. Next up we have the holding cell. Where we need to place 3 benches. And of course a few toilets. Here we need shower. So just kind of like there. That should be good. Objects, canteen. I believe it's this way. Could I have... It's actually a little bigger than I thought. That's kind of annoying. So I'm not sure if I can have this. No, I can. Never mind, it's gonna work. I hope. So, whichever, like, the bump is, we want it facing the wall. Yeah. And then, tails. And I'm considering just doing, like, this. Yeah. I might be able to even... Yeah, I will. That's nice. Do you want to set the big table or the small table? Completely up to you. Completely fine for both. How's this doing? It's coming along well. Something too out of the ordinary. Nice. Basically everything's being installed right now. We only have a few left. 4. Place could probably be opened up now. We just need water and power. Also, actually a good yard with some grass. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the grass down because I know this part takes usually the longest. Spending $1,000 on grass. You gotta be kidding me. Yard. The wheat bench, I believe I decided to get. Yeah. And then punching bags, all expensive. I'm gonna do stuff like that. Utilities. Actually, yeah, electrical is probably the first good option to do. Is there one being placed here? I hope so. I hope that's being placed correctly. If not, I won't be too happy. Here we can run this up downwards. No, we need a. Alright, well, that's not good. Let's run this up to here. Make like a little square. So you just don't want this like right here. That's powered, and then we'll kind of like I'll do 7, man. I don't want. Gotta be optimal. I forgot a singular train right here. It's fine to leave it on high speed. It's PM right now, and I'm adding prisoners next day. I forgot to designate everything as a thing. That would have been bad. That's because I haven't designated it as a canteen yet. That takes care of that. Is there a reception? That's a utility room, so this right here, empty room. Leave it empty. Forever. Next up, staff, 2 cooks. Two guards. Nice. And then we can go ahead take in about 8 total prisoners. Yeah, we can handle about 8. We have a while though, so let's go ahead and start planning out the administration center. So first things first, we're gonna have like a staff door here. Walls. This will probably not be like this. It'll probably be more like that. And then this will open up. That's a 4. That's a 3. So on the inside, it's not symmetrical. That's a 3, and that's a 3. Yep. On the outside, it is. Shoot! I hate this now. This one worked because it works at the entrance. This one is still in between both, though. It just doesn't work as well, I think, in my opinion. So we'll have like office here, and office here. Is that how this is gonna work? There are these 2. 5 by 6. 6 by 6, so we do need to increase that. We'll just go on. Yeah, we'll have that shared. 2, yeah. Where's the double staff door at? We'll have an Why? What other expenses caused this? That's good. These rooms will be offices. Yep, right here. I am not liking the way this is just connected here. Yeah, it's gonna have to be like that. And we are pretty close to our first prisoners. We don't have the offices done yet, but we're getting close. Office. You need a desk. A chair. And a filing cabinet to be an office. Hurry up. Bring stuff in. Nice, we built 2 offices. Next up, hire a warden. And I think that's what I'm going to be calling it for now. I think we did pretty good for the first episode. First 2 days. And we're getting prisoners very soon. So, that'll be the first episode.